Hey.
Hi, welcome to Queens Talking React. We're
Reality.
back. It's Queen.
Yes, we've been going for a while, but we are back with some new seasons, some new tea that's going on in all the seasons,
Correct. So
tea
the reason
rumors,
we weren't,
divorces, pending divorces.
so we wasn't doing anything because of Atlanta Housewives was a. But now we're back and we're gonna discuss what today. Let's discuss Beverly Hills, season 13, episode 1 and 2.
Yes, they started out at the retreat. That who was giving that retreat?
Dorit.
Yes.
Um, the first two episodes. Mm, mm, Nothing. I don't. I'm gonna watch this season because I am curious. Rumors is another Black African American woman coming on. I want to see how that pans out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the name again? Oh my god, I forgot her name. Garcelle. They
Yeah.
have an alliance because she already has Sutton. Overall, see episode 1 and 2. What stood out to me was Kyle and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
More so in episode 2, the disconnect. He's working. He's making a lot of money now. He has
Okay,
his
well, we're
own
gonna get to
job.
that. Let's start out though
Oh,
with
okay. I'm
the
just jumping. All right, whatever.
yeah. We're gonna get into that, but let's
I'm
start out with
sorry.
okay. So episode one of season, what is that? Season 14?
14.
13. Okay, and they starting out at the retreat with the Eagle Woman that Dorit set up, and then so what do you think about the whole setup in the beginning stages of it? Like,
Uh,
did you think like were you impressed?
so what I realize now these shows are doing now, it's everything about good energy, and they bring all these Zen people, and because back then it was like, let's go out to drink. Then it started, let's go to workout class. Now it's all these yoga, not even yoga, but meditation stuff. It's good for your mental state. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all that singing and the incense, and I don't know. Some people feel like they throw religion in there. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about how I feel going somewhere and somebody is trying to put the good spirit, the wuju or whatever you want to call around me and making me have good. I don't know.
I like it because I'm always about communication and kind of like bringing some resolution to issues. So
I
I do like it because it gives me a chance to communicate in a safe environment without people like it's sort of like the Eagle Woman is the mediator. So I like that, but all that chanting and stuff, no. But I do like where it's kind of like a organized place like of mediation. I'm always about communication.
I would prefer that they said, let's go, have a little bit, no cocktails, no alcohol, go to a little
Mhm.
counseling session without all that nonsense. I
Yeah,
think it's like,
true.
let's have a girls' night and have a therapist there or do a sister circle kind of thing without having some voodoo priestess there or some spiritual person doing all that other stuff. I think that's what I don't like. Going to
Yeah.
therapy works for me without adding all that extra spiritual nonsense into it.
And then what do you think about Erica and her weight loss? What do you think that's from? She said it's from going through menopause and menopausal hormones.
Well, from what I know about menopause and menopausal hormones, I don't know about the menopausal hormones. I didn't know what that was. Sorry. But as far as menopause, from what I know of people, older people, they usually gain weight after menopause. Oh, I think you're frozen. Elisa. Hello. All right, we're having some technical.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't know what's going on here.
So with that, from what I've known of the people that I know of who's gone through menopause, like my mom and everyone else, it's typically weight gain. Everybody's woman is different. I
Yeah.
have to say, in the confessional, she looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Very model-like, regal. Her cheekbones, her hair, her makeup in the confessionals. Now, outside of the confessionals, when they just shooting scenes, I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
When the
I
confessionals,
believe that she's doing Ozempic, like all of them. I believe that they on that medication for diabetics. I believe that they all doing that because the lie, like you don't have to lie. Like there's no way that she's losing weight going through menopause. I don't believe it, and I definitely don't believe that she's losing weight based on hormones, like taking hormones. The hormones make you gain weight. So I don't believe it. Like and she should just say it or just come up with a better lie. Her lies be so outlandish. Like I'm wondering if she is trying to get attention from the lies that she tells.
so, and I may get a lot of slack for this, but
Uh-oh.
Beverly Hills, white America, white women, thin is in. The skinnier
Mm-hmm.
you are, you're able to fit the designer size 01s. So that's the mindset that is attractive. Size 2, 4. Once you get to the 6 and 8, you're considered overweight in the white community.
Mm-hmm.
Now, us blacks, she's skinny as hell. Jamaicans, she's my guy. She's, she doesn't look good. Now,
Mm-hmm.
white America, she's the typical gorgeous Barbie doll, blonde hair, beautiful eyes look. So
Mm-hmm.
I just hope Garcelle don't fall into that because Garcelle is the thickest there. And it looks good on her. And for Black Americans, that's what we like.
Mm-hmm.
She looks good for her culture and her people, but for us, if she moved on to outside, that's called skinny and not cute, and you need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever she's doing, that's a business. I mean, like I said, her face looked good, but her body, when they showed the whole body, I was like, ooh, just like Renna, and let's not bring her up because she no longer show. Ooh, and Sutton, back bones, Sutton,
Yeah.
back bones, and we'll talk about her in her dating scene, and I'm like. That was, I think, episode 2. We'll talk about that. My opinion of why she can't get a man.
Yeah.
She's a bag of bones. What I do like though is Kyle. I think she looks great.
She looks great there, but some of those pictures before the season started, it was bones protruding. It was not good. It was not good. And from what I hear, there's an Ozempic look. Like, but so you lose weight, but I heard that you get like this look, like a sunken in face look, from what I hear. I don't know. Comment down below. Tell me what you think, but that's what I heard some of the side effects are. I guess if you don't have diabetes and you taking it leisurely, I heard that you get a sunken old lady face.
Well, they ain't young either. Let's be honest. Women are in they're not
But
young.
listen, I don't want a sunken face.
I know, but I'm saying they're not. That's what I'm saying. They're not spring chickens. So
Yeah.
without this medication, their face is already sunken in. And they have plastic surgery to lift back up. So now all their facelift and Botox and
True.
it's just gonna sunk in. I mean, whatever they like, whatever. At this point,
Yeah.
My Black Queen Garcelle stays and represent for us and not found that trend of being skinny mini.
Garcelle does need a revamp or some type of wardrobe. She needs a little bit of oomph, but we'll get into that because some of her wardrobe, I don't know. Something is rubbing off on her. I don't like some of her wardrobe.
Yeah, she's giving too much
old lady vibes.
Too much mother. She don't even the hair. I need you to come out. Ooh.
Yeah.
She's not giving Beverly Hills. She's not giving Atlanta. She's giving you living in Texas. Maybe not even the big hair. I don't know. I don't like I would have to say visually, I don't like how she's representing us. If she has a nice look, but I'm not saying like, damn, look at Garcelle. Like, on that show. She's not one I want to see what she's gonna wear. And even when I do see it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, someone always outdoes her. In that moment, someone else steals the fashion. I need her to come through, like, but new stylist. Stop Garcelle with them old people outfits.
Exactly. Back to the retreat. So Dorit goes first, and she wants to clear the air with Erica. She says that she was hurt by Erica and the BravoCon comment that Erica stood up and kind of like announced that who she thought would, when they asked Erica, who does she think would be the first to get a divorce. Erica says that she feels that Dorit and PK will be getting a divorce first. And then she kind of said it with a lot of like conviction. And Dorit says that she was hurt by that. What do you think?
Isn't it rumored that Dorit and her husband getting a divorce?
It is some rumors that they have issues, and that there's always rumors about husbands cheating, and he has not escaped the cheating rumors. So,
well,
what you think?
Read is that they're in the process of getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did Erica lie? No, she did not. And mind you, there's not that many people on the show that's married anyway. Who else was she gonna? Who else was she? I was like, well, you mad? Yeah, I understand the way she said. I was like, yeah, I got the tea. But they asked a question, like she said it was a shady question. Did she respond in a shady way? Yes. Who else? Anybody, other couples on that show is Kyle and Dorit. Who else is married?
Mm-hmm. And if that's what you believe, like, to me, it's like, I mean, I guess that's her friend. And, the way that Dorit was sucking ass when it came to Erica, I guess Dorit was expecting the same sucking action in return. So Dorit wouldn't dare pull a stunt like that with Erica. She know better. Now for Erica to do it, it's like, I was expecting you to bend over for me too. And Erica didn't. Erica was being Erica, as she always is. So I just think Dorit her expectations of Erica were just like, too much. The Erica's not doing that. Erica's going to say what Erica feels. And Erica, like she said, she's going to try to be a show woman. She's going to give what the audience wants to get a reaction. And I think that's her whole, her whole thing, is that she wants to get a reaction from the audience. And that's why she said what she said, whether she believes it or not. Another side of me believes, like, if I believe it, I'm going to say it. But if it's my close friend, I probably wouldn't do it like that. If she's not my close friend, I am going to say what I believe. If you ask me that question and we just co-workers and we not really on friendly terms and I got a paycheck that I'm trying to keep the money train going, I'm going to say how I feel. If I feel you're getting a divorce, I don't care what you think. I'm going to say how I feel. But if it's my friend, I wouldn't.
Well, when I had I saw the video, in my head, it was like, oh, Dorit and Erica are friends. Maybe Dorit is telling Erica a lot of personal stuff that she doesn't want to go out there, as far as, true. Her divorce husband. And then here it goes, Erica blasting it. I mean, at the end of the day, BravoCon is happening now also in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Last year you attended. And I think everyone's trying to make statements and do stuff for viral moments.
Yeah, and it was.
So, like people would say stuff or try to cause conflict or make certain statements to be like, oh, I want this to be the showstopper for BravoCon. So I think that moment, Erica and maybe one or two other things that happened with BravoCon went viral. So Erica had a moment. We had Margot Joy who had a moment. There was between Phaedra and someone else had a moment. So I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 viral moments that happened in BravoCon. And now we have it now. And I'm waiting to hear what the viral moment, like what moment was like, oh, wow. So Erica made her moment and we're talking about it now, and it happened last year. And Dorit is still talking about it.
And still upset about it. And then Erica's response when Dorit kind of tells her that she feels a way that she said that about her marriage, Erica still was kind of doubling down on it. She wasn't really even giving her a sorry. Her response was, well, is your marriage strong? I can't even imagine my friend that's we're like this, and I've already been sucking your butt, and you give me that type of reaction after I gave you all that action, and I'm trying to I was kissing your behind all of these past seasons, and this time when you're supposed to really bend over backwards for me, your response is, well, is your marriage strong?
Well, I think she said that also because she knows it's not. Like I said, I think Dorit probably opened up to her about a lot of stuff. So Erica put on the spot, okay, you not happy with what I said, but girl, I know the tea about you and your man and what y'all going through.
But to your friend, you would put them on Front Street like that?
I wouldn't, but then again, this is Erica. I don't know. Like you said, you're trying to earn a check. Dorit is wishy-washy and a punk ass. So
Exactly.
So what's the problem? Like, I think that's what it is. Like, it's Dorit. No one's scared of Dorit. And Dorit
But
is
no one's scared of, you mean, oh yeah, no one's scared of Dorit, true.
and she's going to easily forgive.
Exactly.
Right on.
Yes. Then Kyle brought up her issue. And what was her issue? She felt Dorit and Sutton weren't there for her. And that I think Garcelle was the only one that spoke up for her.
I don't understand her. I don't understand her issue of that because again, that was a family feud that was going on between her and her sister. I do understand her reasoning as far as, oh, when I got off stage and it was very emotional, she felt nobody, like, I guess, ran after her to support her. Well, if you're having an argument with your sister, I'm a friend, I'm not going to jump in. Because if I jump in and say the wrong thing, I'm going to end up having a fallout with somebody, and you guys are going to remain sisters. So or if I say something towards your sister that may be offensive, when you guys make up, then it's always going, oh, remember your friend said this about me. I leave it alone. I think they did the right thing. Just shut the hell up. Let them argue. Let them work
exactly.
it out. That's it. Kyle, get a life.
And Garcelle, I was going to say that Garcelle defended her. I meant to say Garcelle didn't defend her, but her point was Kyle doesn't even stand up for herself against her sister. So what do I look like going to bat for you against your sister and your deep family issues? I would never go stand up for somebody that's fighting with their sisters. Sisters are always going to fight and make up. And then I'll be the one on the outs with both of them. I'm not going to stand up for either one of them. Y'all go at it. Y'all go to therapy and y'all figure it out. I'm not going to get in between. Even if I was a therapist, that's your problem. I'm not getting paid for this, and I'm not going to interfere in it either. Kyle got some nerve expecting Sutton. And I didn't even think Sutton was friends with her like that. Sutton and who did she say? It was Sutton. Yeah, and Dorit. Like, I mean, I guess Dorit, but because they was like what did they call themselves? That group. Remember they had a name for themselves?
We bobbleheads? I have no idea.
Kyle, Dorit, and Renna and Erica had a name for themselves. But that's what I'm saying. But I guess she was expecting like Dorit, more out of Dorit, because the way that they would defend Erica most of all, like I guess they was expecting the same from everyone else, but not when it comes to sisters. Don't expect.
And when it comes to Kathy Hilton, she will list you from all of Beverly Hills.
Yeah. So, and she's a part of the elite, like she said, like Kyle pointed out, she feels that Sutton just wants to be invited to the Hilton parties and, schmooze and rub elbows with the elite. So I don't know, when it comes to businesses, Sutton got stores or whatever. If we're not friends like that, I'm definitely not interfering. I'm trying to still go to these parties and network and get my businesses, where they need to be.
Exactly. And build my clientele. I have them come shop and spend those coins.
Rich Hilton coins. Hilton coins. Exactly. Elite coins.
I wouldn't say nothing either. I'll be like, as long as they're not fighting. Mm-hmm.
That's just it, to go to therapy. That's my advice.
Yep.
So next up, they showed Sutton's store.
Moving right along.
Are you purchasing anything?
If her store looks like anything like what she wears, moving right along. I would not be mine. I can't afford the stuff that's there anyway. But it would not be my first choice of going to shop. Basically,
I saw it. Exactly. I saw some of it at BravoCon last year because, they each had their booths of their stuff that they are selling, and it wasn't memorable. I don't even remember. I do remember her booth, and I remember going over to it, and she walked up because she wasn't at her booth at first, and then she came over, and then she had all of these people that were actually standing there waiting for her, and it was so many people, And usually I cut the line, but it was just too much of a chaos. I was like, no. And so I didn't really see anything that was memorable. I remember standing there waiting and seeing like, oh, she's coming. And I was looking at the booth. I don't even remember it.
All right, next.
Next was Erica meets with the life coach. Or whatever the lady is, the therapist. What is she? Is she a life coach? I think she is her life coach, advisor, whatever. And she tells Erica says she needs to be a better friend. And I guess the life coach is saying like she should have some empathy. She tries to explain to Erica what empathy is. Erica's acting like she's some like serial killer, like she don't got empathy. Like, I don't know. To me, I think that was an act. I just think she does it for the camera.
I didn't really care about Erica. When I saw that, I was like, okay, you're not a good friend, then don't have any friends.
And you don't have empathy? Like, what are you, a sociopath?
Who, for Erica?
Erica says, like, when she said the therapist was, or whatever, the life coach was telling her, like, she can be a better friend by having some empathy for what her friends are going through and understand what they're going through. And then Erica's like, but what is empathy? How do I have empathy? And I was like, girl, stop. Like, you know what empathy is, and stop trying to act like you some like empty shell. Like, that's not cute.
Well, for me, I'm that type of friend. There's certain things I'm like, really? Really? People are dying in this world. Like, it depends on what issues that my friend is going through. Like, if it's relationship issues and you brought that amongst yourself, you're getting no empathy. If it's stupid issues, I can't get this Birkin bag. It all depends. If you've caused your own issues and issues you can get out of and you decide to stay in it, I won't have any empathy. Now, if it's health, death, something major that's affected your life, then I'll be that sympathizing friend. And right now, I'm with Erica. What issues are any of them going through that she should have empathy for? Except for Dorit when she got burglarized. Even though you question it now.
Please. I really question it now with this past episode. Girl, please.
So with something like that, if that were to happen to my friend and it was true.
If it was true, like you saying, it's just like with relationships. Like, I mean, I guess it is different. It's not the same if you're going through relationships and they still keep taking this cheater, back.
Yeah, like it has to be. I don't see what any one of them what any of them right now is going through. She needs to have empathy about. What? Call her husband.
But it's the fact that Erica was basically trying to say like she don't know what empathy is. It was almost like she was acting like a sociopath. Like, like how they say serial killers don't have empathy because they'll kill without even feeling nothing. They'll stab you in your heart and not even and look at you while you're dying and be like, oh well, we'll have a party. Erica was acting as if she don't even know what empathy is. Like, she was saying it like, what is empathy? How do you have it? Like, it was almost like, really, girl? Like, you know what empathy is. I think Erica was just making it sound worse. I don't think she was saying like her friend's problems don't deserve her empathy. I feel like she was acting like she don't even know what that is.
And it might be true based on, it depends. People have hard lives. They become very hard, become very cold. They don't care about nobody. So it is possible she doesn't know how to do it and have been able to have that. Some people just don't have empathy. So I don't think it could possibly be true. I don't think she's lying about it. There's certain things people become very hard. And Erica is a very hard person, had a very tough upbringing. So it's hard for her to understand how to empathize with others because probably nobody ever had empathy on her. So I totally could understand that.
True, because she does come off very cold.
Correct.
Then the next scene was PK and Dorit. I don't even recall exactly because I'm like, I don't even know what they was talking about. PK, I feel like he's trying to bring something to the TV. Like his jokes, I don't know if that's dry humor or what that is, but he's not funny to me. And then they go on to Kyle. Kyle quit drinking because of her antics at Garcelle's birthday party. Was it last season or was it the season before?
Kyle's birthday party. She just wanted to be healthy or whatever else. She's using that scene as an excuse based on how social media reacted to it. She looked like a damn fool. So, I mean, it's good. She looks great. Quitting alcohol works for her.
Yeah, and if it does make her behave better, then by all means do what you need to do, because that was egregious the way that she was treating Sutton. And I still wouldn't be over it if I was Sutton. I still don't feel like she gave a heartfelt apology for that, the way that she was acting. I still don't feel that she gave, if I was Garcelle and with her son, and how they was, treating him like a slave, I still wouldn't I don't feel like they gave them I don't feel like they got the proper apologies.
Correct.
Sutton or Garcelle.
Correct.
I still wouldn't have forgave, or especially what's her name? Erica, who was the aggressor in all of that.
Yeah, she's the one that basically talked.
I don't feel like she gave a proper, I just don't feel like none of that was given. Like her, I guess, like you said, Kyle not drinking was her reason to say, like, please forgive me. No, I need more of that than just forgive me, than you not drinking. I need, like, you at my knees, kissing my feet or something.
Oh my god.
So then I guess Kyle tells Dorit about how she goes back to her sister and says that she doesn't deserve to be treated like that with her sister, and how much, like, she cringed when her sister calls, or when she calls her sister. She just seems like Kathy Hilton seems like she's like a freaking pit bull, the way Kyle is acting, like she gets treated by her.
Well, it's true. You could see it in some of the scenes. She runs both of them. I mean, since the mother passed, I think she is the oldest, right? Kyle's whatever. So she does. She's the most wealthy. She has more control, and you could tell there's definitely fear from Kyle when it comes to Kathy.
I think so too, and
I'll destroy you if you don't follow my rules.
And it sounds like they know that she will destroy. They will be destroyed if they don't abide by Kathy's rules. And Kathy does seem like, I do believe Renna, even though I don't like Renna when she was on the show, I do believe that Kathy did throw a tantrum and spazzed out and went off on her sister. I do believe she made racist remarks when she was in the club. I do believe that she has it in her. My Spidey vibes told me that Kathy was lying.
Allegedly.
She was. I believe she did call that bouncer the N-word or whatever else. I think she went ham. If she don't get her way, I believe that she goes off on people. And they didn't want to play, I guess, Michael Jackson or something, or I believe them.
Yeah, I've seen her go off a little bit on the show when it came to Kyle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the next scene was Garcelle going to the beach with her twin sons. And she asked them about, I guess she wanted to just like ask them about their feelings, about, just her, why they don't want to accept her mothering them. And the one twin basically spoke out, and he just went in. I feel like he went in. I don't know what other people feel, but I feel like he was a little harsh toward Garcelle. But I don't know how Garcelle's parenting was, but I feel like Garcelle was like, her parenting.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Her parenting had a lot to do with, I guess she was missing a lot of them growing up, and they spent a lot of time with their father because, she was acting, she was trying to bring home the bacon. So I don't know if her son really understands that, but I guess like either or, like it still doesn't negate how he feels, and that his mom wasn't there for him growing up. And he basically told her, you wasn't there for me growing up, you was on your acting gigs, so you wasn't mothering me then, don't mother me now. What do you think?
Well, one, I at first was like, how old is this kid? Because even the way he articulated, I was like, geez, he sounds like a grown-ass man. He speaks very
definitely
well
did
for his age. And I'm not saying he speaks very well because he's black. I'm saying for a kid his age, the way he was able to express himself, he was very articulate. He used proper grammar. He was very well spoken. I really was like, wow, whoever did that helped. Overall, I'm not one to judge. I have a mother of two boys. I am the mother of two boys. I just felt I was why when Garcelle was on the reel, I knew something was off with her, and because of her older son. Her older son was in drugs, in and out of jail. She said even though she was living in a good area, he rather been in the hood. So that made me, and that's not for all parents because you can raise your kid as much as you want and they become a druggie or whatever. But it also made me question, what kind of mother is she? Because I didn't know what kind. She had two twins. I mean, I didn't know she had a son prior to.
I forgot. Now that you mentioned, I totally forgot about the son that was.
That one kid, and I was like, "Well, Garcelle has another kid, and he didn't do that good. He got he was like in the streets." And I said, and he was on drugs. I said, "Well, why didn't she never spoke about this son?" That made me raise a red flag about her as a mother and the relationship with her and that son. Now, fast forward to now, Garcelle always talk about her kids. She always make it seem like they're very close. If you look at the Instagram, is the best thing. One, that scene, I think, was a shocker to Garcelle. I don't think this is something she wanted to put out there because she is one, and again, being Haitian descent, we don't like our personal business to put out on Front Street. So I think she was taken aback, like her son is saying this on camera. From her action, and she had mentioned in another interview. I don't think the kid was hard. I think he was honest. I think Garcelle wasn't there for him. I think he is being honest, and she just had to deal with it. She wasn't a great mother as she thought she was or could have been. And a lot of women make that sacrifice. They sacrifice their children for the career and stuff. But at the end of the day, you end up not being a good mother. You end up being an okay mother, or if you're good, you're not a great mother. So you had to make the decision. Is mothering and being a parent more important than my kids, or having a career and making money and doing this with my life? And if that's what you choose, you're gonna have to deal with those consequences when kids tell you, "Look, you wasn't there." She can't say she was if she wasn't.
But I give it, but I still give her some credit because it wasn't like she threw him into a foster home. She may not have picked a good man for her, but I feel like she did do good by picking a good father for her kids. And they stayed with the father. But the way you hear him talk, he's like, "I raised myself and I don't need you to raise me now." So what did the father do? Does he get any credit? Like, so to me, it was just like he was kind of just painting everything with like one brush and basically like, "I raised myself. I don't need your parenting. I didn't have a father." Like, to me, it would seem like he was brought up in foster care or something. But she did leave him with a responsible parent that she chose and she picked as their father.
At the end of the day, having your mother is totally different than having your father. Because what he's getting in his father is how to be a man, how to lead. What he's getting for his mother, the nurturing, the love, how to be sensitive, the first person he falls in love with, his mother, all that stuff. He's not getting it. He didn't get it from her. So, I mean, the boy was honest. And that let us know that Garcelle did miss out on doing what she needed to do as a mother. A lot of times, like I said, you chose career over kids. I was one that didn't do it. I'm lucky to have a job. I was able to somewhat, I'm not making Garcelle money, but to be honest, I knew when I had kids, that would not be my primary goal in life.
Well, like you said, Garcelle didn't know until she got on camera how her kids felt. You speaking for your kids. I need them on camera.
Exactly. But
see what they say.
I wouldn't have that conversation. With me, I know what my kids would say because I had those conversations with my kids already.
Okay.
No, I'm saying that's why I don't understand why Garcelle looks so surprised. The kid is 16. These are conversations I have with my kids. Oh, what am I doing wrong? My kids are, she talks a lot. She nags a lot. But at the end of the day, my mother's always complaining. At the end of the day, they're not going to say my mother's never been there for me. That conversation Garcelle had over her son. My kids, if they say they need a smack, because I didn't put career. I was able to balance it. I know I could have moved higher up in the corporate ladder, but I wanted a work-life balance and I wanted to be there for my kids. And I was lucky that I'm not work from home. But I know at the end of the day, my kids are important. And based on the age that I have my kids, and I know what age I'm going to be when they're a certain adult, if I now decide to move up and do something more of my life, I'm still young. And I could do that. But Garcelle was in entertainment. You got to think she was a model. She was traveling. She had the talk show, but she had that at home. She was not there for her kids. She was in Jamie Foxx, she was doing a lot of stuff. I mean, with Jamie Foxx, didn't have kids yet, but those twins, but she was doing a lot. So I get it. If when you sacrifice your kids or family, I mean, that could be a reason why her man was cheating too. We don't know, but I don't think then she was really in the limelight. But that's what happens. You lose touch with your kids. You don't have a good relationship. They don't feel like you were there for them, and most parents don't realize that all that hustle and bustle and giving your kids the best thing they could have in life, sometimes that's not what they're looking for, even appreciate at the end of the day. They were like, you wasn't there. You could live in a mansion, you're never there. They'll appreciate, but as they get older, they're like, yeah, I lived in a mansion. My mother was never there. My dad was never there.
But I still think, I do believe with the son, like I said, his feelings are still valid, but I don't know. I just feel like he got some heartless ways about him. Like, I do believe that there are some kids that feel like that and still don't deliver it like the way he delivered it. And then I just feel like he's twisting the knife. Because then when we go on, which we're going to talk about when we go on to the next episode, he says like he wants to live with his father. Like, right. And I believe that he's doing it because she's setting rules and boundaries. And I believe that part of the reason he's delivering it like that is because he wants to be like lawless. I don't think he wants rules. I don't think it sounds to me like he wants to give it a try now at the father's house where he doesn't want any rules, and that he doesn't want, it sounds like Garcelle's putting rules in place. Like, I want you home at midnight. And it seemed like he don't want those rules. He wants to live how he wants to live. And now he's twisting a knife and saying, you know what? You didn't mother me. And now I don't want to live with you anymore. I want to go back living with my father permanently. So I just believe he got a little heartlessness in that.
No. And the reason why is because Garcelle hasn't probably been around to set rules. You got to think, when you're parenting a kid, you parent them for the minute they're born to now. You can't start parenting them when they're a certain age, especially when they hit teenager. Like, all of a sudden you're setting rules. They'll be like, wait a minute. The man used to set rules for me. My dad used to give me a rule. Even if you gave me rules, I didn't follow them because you was never around. So you have to understand, parenting starts from when they're little. You can't start parenting when they're 16, 15 and you're setting rules. Those rules should have been set to when you're still setting them. They're like, well, my mom's been always setting these rules. And as a young man, if he wants to live with his dad, let him live with his dad, because the dad is going to be there to show him stuff. And eventually those dads are going to start setting rules. You know, going to go back to my mom. Stay with your dad.
Yeah, true.
So I don't think, and again, I don't know how more they're going to go into the story of her and her kid's relationship. But if the kid is being harsh and talking a certain way, there's a reason behind it. There's a reason. So when he said all that, that's the thing I feel like a lot of people don't do. They don't listen to kids. So kids talk the truth. This is how they feel. She has to accept it, but this is a conversation I'm surprised is happening now and is on TV. Like, these are conversations you should have been having with kids a long time ago. Once kids start acting up, you start finding out what's going on. You start putting them in therapy, and all of this would have came out and not on TV. So that's what I was surprised. Like, Garcelle looked like, I didn't know this. And I'm like, that shows me lack of communication, not being there for your kid. If he's not telling you how he feels on TV and he's 15, 16?
Yeah. That's true. Like, I do believe that it is a little bit too late to ask him his opinion. She should, like you said, that's true. That this is something that she should have been working on and should have known along the way.
Like I said, I don't think if they had a camera now and my kids and I were having a conversation, I'd be like, really? You feel that way? Unless they want to act up in front of the camera. But I have these conversations with both of my boys together and individually. Oh, forget about it. After 10 years old, forget about it. Well, I don't say 10. I said by 13. Hey, Kava, by 13, forget about it.
Forget about what, though? Like that my mother wasn't parenting me and now she wants to parent me?
No, I'm trying to parent them at that age. Like, now, my son is 17. He's in college. Oh, wait, he's living on his own. As far as my parenting, it's done.
Yeah, but if he's living on his own, but if he's still under your roof, your parenting ain't done.
No, if he's living under my roof, I could parent to some extent. Because again, he's 17. You have to understand that there's a time when you're parenting, you should be like, okay, I've done my parenting. And now let's move on to communicating, being somewhat on a friend basis. You can parent as much as you want. But if he's saying You wasn't my parent for how long, and now at 15 you want to try to parent this kid is not going to work. That lets me know Garcelle was not there. Because my 13-year-old, if he's in my house at 18, whatever, I'm still setting rules, and he's not going to be like, oh, now you're trying to tell me rules. Boo-boo. I've been telling you rules from the minute you were born. So, Kavas, about age of 10, that person is setting in, and that it becomes more difficult. Garcelle, sorry. I'm not saying you failed that as a mother. You did not, but your kids are not going to say you're the best mother ever. They're not going to say you're a great mother. You are okay. And sometimes you just have to face it.
And I think the son is articulating it in a way where some kids aren't able to, express themselves in the way that he's expressed themselves. Because some parents don't really parent, and the kid doesn't express it the way. Like you can see when she asked the other twin, like, oh, so what do you think? Let me know how you feel. And he was just like, oh, I miss my girlfriend. Like he didn't have anything to say. So I just think like the other son, like you said, that's the way he feels. Garcelle just has to accept it and move on and just do the best she can from here on out.
And he was respectful, and he told his mother he loved him, and now would let him go live with his dad.
Yeah, but that still is gonna hurt. You act like that's not hurtful, but like you said, she got to swallow.
To live with his dad.
You didn't feel the way when your son said, "I want to live with my dad."
I did, but then when he said and explained to me, I said, "Okay, go live with your dad." I know it's a bunch of times like, "Mom, come get me."
But what was the reason? Did he tell you the reason?
He told me because there was better opportunities out there. He thought he would have the more of a life out there because it was Jersey. And I already knew what was going to happen when he moved out there. And every time she's calling, Mom, come get me. You remember you went there with that? I did take it off, but I knew it wasn't because of anything I did wrong. And then I realized, I want his dad to show him how to be a man. There's certain things you do want your kids to bond with their dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't take it, I was doing a good job, because he didn't say, I want to go live with my dad because I feel you're not a good mom or I'm not parenting. And I'm closer with my son now than before, because when he's here, he was stuck in his room not talking to me. When he was with his dad, I actually had that conversation with him over the phone. So and that's how I knew I did well with communication with him, because him moving with his dad for the last 2 years of high school did not push us apart. If anything, we were closer than we were when he was living here. So if Garcelle has a great relationship and good communication with her son, him moving to his dad's house should not mess up their friendship, if they have a friendship.
Yeah.
And she's traveling.
There's
one less kid to deal with. Please, I was like, okay, one less kid to deal with. Good, go live with your dad. One less kid to deal with.
Yeah, but it's still a hard pill to swallow. You didn't, like you said, your son didn't say it was because of bad parenting. To hear that,
different. That's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I heard that, then that would have crushed me, especially if I thought I was doing a good job. And there's communication. That's what I'm saying. There has to be a balance. The communication, like, oh, son, I have to go to work because of this. Okay, when is your basketball game? I'm gonna make it. You can't let career and money drive you when you have kids, because at the end of the day, you can lose all of it. Your kids are your kids. I never put anything above my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it because I don't want to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's for me. I'm never gonna I wouldn't put my career and making money in front of my kids. I would never. I haven't done it.
But I think a lot of people look at it is it affords them a better lifestyle, like better schools, better opportunities. Like, so I don't think it's just like, oh, I'm just greedy for money. I believe that a lot of them do it because it's like, do you want to have your kids growing up in a hood where they get shot? Or do you want to have them in a nice neighborhood where you have to spend more money? You have to buy a house. You want a backyard. You don't want them going to the public schools.
And I had to say, I was unfortunate to give my kids that. My kids wasn't raised how I was. They live in the house, they have this. But I didn't let my career and just making money drive me fully without trying to find a balance. It's just fight. And then again, what I do and what Garcelle does entertainment is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find a balance. You know what? Okay, maybe acting is taking too much of my time. Maybe I should do producing. Maybe I should start my own business. Maybe I should start my own production. Whatever it is, she needs to find a balance. And I think for having a man, getting married, I think she wasn't in the limelight for a long time. And her husband was the sole provider at one point, and she was able to be there somewhat. Then through the divorce, she started going back into her career of doing stuff. And I think she probably lost her way that there, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to find a balance. That's
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. That is my opinion. And if you don't find a balance, you're gonna have kids tell you stuff like that, and you're gonna have to accept it. And
Yep, like Garcelle.
I did put my career in front of you, and I apologize. And then
And
there's
move on. And go to therapy and figure it out and see how you can move forward.
and if he doesn't talk to you, don't like you, oh well, it's your fault.
Go to therapy and work on that resentment. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So the next scene was Kyle and Maurice with Mauricio or whatever you say his name. And they talking about the tattoos and how many tattoos you have. Do you know how many tattoos your man have?
None.
I don't know how many, and I'm not keeping track, so I don't see how important that is. I can say if it's 1 or 2, but when it becomes more than 2, 3, I don't keep track of it, and I'm not. That's not important.
Well, my boyfriend has none. I don't even know. I have 5. Well, I don't even know how many I got.
Exactly.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. I have about 5 or 6. Right, very small ones. Who keeps track of how many tattoos that person have? I got an extra tattoo. My wife don't. If you have how many tattoos Farrah have, you don't know. I don't care. You don't care.
Exactly. I don't either. I don't have any tattoos. If you have none or you have 1, then I would keep track. My husband has like multiple tattoos. I can't even tell you how many. That's not important. That's not something that I would need to keep track of. Like I can tell you what a couple of them are, but no, I'm not. That's not even important to me at all. I have other things to focus on, improving our relationship, just relishing in our relationship and other important things beside these like tattoos. Like, no, that's not important.
That conversation, I'm like, these people in their 50s, this is what the conversation is talking about. And
exactly.
What's her name? Kyle just recently started getting tattoos
for her girlfriend. Girlfriend, not hey girl, but
has tattoos. It's a tattoo.
They got matching tattoos.
Well, we'll get into the tea later.
I don't know what you call because we gonna call our girlfriends, but we not in the bedroom girlfriends. You don't put your girl. I try to focus on home girl, but if I'm talking to say a coworker, that's not, that don't really know what a home girl is, I tend to say girlfriend. So I do say girlfriend. But what do you say, friend?
My friend.
I say girlfriend. I always say girlfriends from when I was
like, my friend Elisa. Like I'll say the friend and I say the girl's name. Oh yeah, my friend Vinicia, my friend whatever. I'll throw their name in there so they don't talk about female based on the conversation. But people say girlfriend. Like my mom be like, oh my god, I said, Mom, don't say girlfriend. They got the kid gay, girl. You better get another term.
See, you wrong.
You don't know. Oh my,
you homophobic.
Friend, my partner.
You sounded very homophobic, girl.
No, don't bring that on me. I'm not. That I'm not. Like the way.
Okay, girlfriend. So what?
No, I'm just telling my mother because my mother is old school. So I'm like, when you throw these words, make sure you try to explain what you're trying to say. Because I know how my mom is. She'll be like, oh, I'm like, Mom, they may think it's more than just a female friend. Explain yourself. Because when she'll say, oh yeah, my girl, and she'll say something, I'm like, that's some kind of suspect. Maybe you want to clarify with the people what you're talking about. So things like that. But homophobic, not me, girl. I got gay friends.
I know you're not. It was just a joke, but I was just saying.
With that being said, Kyle and Mauricio, it seems like they're picking. I don't know. Kyle seems like she's just making reasons to not want to be with this man. I don't know. You're like I feel more like, well, the whole thing with the tattoo, Mauricio's like, why don't you get more tattoos? I want you to get more tattoos. It was a whole big thing. I'll do whatever I want, my body, and all this other stuff. I think Kyle is either cheating already or dove Mauricio. Now she's just finding ways to just not like him or ways to have arguments so that it could lead to, oh, this is why I'm not with this person. It happens. I think she's with Mauricio and she's just looking for an exit out, but can't just say I'm leaving to leave him. So she's just making a lot of little arguments here and there so they could both be turned off.
I think she found something better out there, which is the girlfriend that she has, the country singer. I think that she's just finding an excuse to be with. She found something better. Mauricio, like the psychic had told her before, the medium, that she will never be fulfilled by Mauricio. I think she's come to that conclusion. I think she is not fulfilled, and she's now getting fulfilled, and she has resentment because of that, and she's twisting the knife right now.
Lord, I didn't see this coming of Kyle being bisexual, but whatever. That's what she like.
I think, that maybe the girl showed her son. They got matching tattoos. Her and Kathy went to a concert. They look like they're big. Yes, they look like they're a big happy family now. She went to the country singer, the girlfriend's concert with Kyle, and the girlfriend is they always together. Like, it's almost like Kyle doesn't even care what the paparazzi's saying. She don't care how it looks on, to us, to the public. She's just on full display.
How you know that's the girlfriend? You see them kissing, doing anything that says
they matching tattoos? You gonna get a matching tattoo with me?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that.
Exactly. So they like, she wasn't a part of her circle. I can see, because I know there's some friends that got matching tattoos. Fine, but this girl is a girlfriend. They are like they more than friends, and she wasn't a part of her. She was never around. She's not a part of her circle. Like, they always together. They holding hands. She's in her videos now. She's in the country singer's video. I didn't see the video, but I saw clips of it. So I don't know if she's playing like a love entrance. You know what I mean?
So wait, is the country singer a lesbian?
She looks manly. Not manly. She's pretty, but she looks like, she looks hardcore. Like, really? I don't know. I don't know these things I can say nowadays, but she doesn't look like a man. No, she looks feminine, but she got like an edge to her.
Behavior. Oh God!
I think she might be gay. So I don't know, because I'm not familiar with the country singer or her lifestyle, but it wouldn't surprise me. But so I do believe that they are more than friends. Mauricio now is out with, he's on Dancing with the Stars, and paparazzi.
Oh yeah, I heard that he might be with that dancer chick.
Yes, they caught him holding hands after like a 4-hour dinner. She's single. She's beautiful. They have to spend like 10 hours a day together. So, he's already having problems. Your wife is already out there in videos, getting matching tattoos, always away, at concerts with this alleged love interest. So
Mauricio's a good-looking man.
He's doing him, okay?
Good-looking man. Well, but that's what Kyle. I mean, you can get a tattoo of your man. Maybe, I don't know if she has any tattoo of Mauricio. But
no, she doesn't. That was already disclosed on this last episode 2, when she disclosed to his mom that Mauricio got a new tattoo, and Mauricio was pissed.
That was something else. So let's move on to episode number 2. What's the problem? And I think Joanne said exact kind of a child's person is formed even younger than 10 years. You think 10 years old, you can see the traits at around 5 years old. At 16 years old, can't see the rest. 16 years old, it's too late to attempt discipline if you never had it before then. Agree. So with the whole tattoo thing, I don't know if her parent Mauricio's. Where's Mauricio? He's Puerto Rico. Where is he? From where?
He is some type. I think he's from Mexico. I do think he's Hispanic. I do think he's Mexican or something. But he was adopted by a white Jewish family. He's adopted. Really? Yeah. So he is of Jewish faith, huh?
So wait, those people are not his parents?
Not his biological parents. They are technically his parents because they adopted him, but not his
biological parents.
No, he was adopted.
Oh,
yeah, and he's now not now, but he grew up in the Jewish faith.
So those people are Jew. Wait a minute, aren't they Spanish? His mother, father?
No.
The mother has an accent.
I don't think it's a Spanish accent. I don't know.
She has.
That's not his real mother.
I thought that was his biological parents.
No, that's his. Wait, let me just make sure I'm giving the correct information.
I don't know, but I thought they were all. That was his biological parents. So sorry, I don't know anything about the Jewish community. Maybe they don't like tattoos. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Kyle said it knowing the parents are not going to be happy. You married this man for a long time. You probably know he's keeping the fact that he has tattoos a secret. Now all of a sudden you're bringing that up. So again, this was another way of her maybe trying to start an argument. It was stupid to me about how upset he got about it. But again, he probably knew she purposely did.
No, I would be upset. Like, again.
That's what I'm saying. I was wondering why he was so upset, but I see because he probably thinks she purposely did it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know, all these years you've been married to Mauricio, how his parents felt about tattoo. I know there was a discussion about when he was going to get that tattoo. There was a discussion about my parents to know I have this tattoo because of religious reasons. You're all of a sudden mentioned, by the way, Tina, Mauricio has a tattoo. This tattoo, I bet she wasn't recent. So again, she was just trying to start arguments.
I think so too, and especially knowing that his family is Jewish, and that's against their religion to have tattoos. So to announce it to his parents when he didn't even do it, and in such a fashion at the daughter's birthday party, and I just think it was just all weird. Like, Kyle is just awkward throughout the whole birthday party. It was just a whole awkward scene throughout their whole birthday party. Like, I just feel like it wasn't even like, they just did not seem happy. Kyle just seemed like not like herself. The birthday party seemed very whack. Like, it really, like, you just having like a cake and
how old is the daughter? 16? I mean,
I think so, because she grew up basically on the show. So she got to be like, 15, 16 now. So I just think that whole scene was just an awkward mess. And Kyle just made it worse by making that announcement. I would be pissed too if I was Mauricio. You making an announcement to my mother. I didn't give you permission to do that. And knowing that my parents are of the Jewish faith, and this is against our religion, and you telling my parents and not me. And she wouldn't do that under normal circumstances. Why are you doing it now? Are you trying to like get back at me for something? Like, what are you doing? And that's the way he said it, the way he walked away. He was like, what is wrong with you? Like, really? What are you doing? And he just kind of like dismissed her.
I'm on his side on that. Moving. Next.
So I think we skipped a couple of scenes, but
that was the only thing I could remember for episode 2. That was good.
Yeah, but Dorit approached Erica again about how she felt about her saying, that her and her man is going to get a divorce. She's still pissed about it. She's basically trying to extract an apology out of Erica. And Erica surprisingly gives her a heartfelt apology. What did you think about that apology?
I looked at it like this. Can I fast forward this scene? I really don't care about the two.
No, when I care, because I'm like, I wasn't expecting. I expected another response like, well, are you happy? But Erica gave a very heartfelt apology. She basically let her know, I don't got no more friends left. I need you, girl. Don't go. I'm going to just do what I got to do to maintain this relationship. And I'm sorry. So please forgive me. So I was surprised that cold-hearted, ice cold, ice queen Erica gave that type of response. So it was the life coach is working.
I wasn't, because I think at this point she's trying to rebrand her image from last season, so she has to do better. And I also think because they showed the life coach, they can't show you going on a life coach and you're still doing stupidness. So I'm not surprised. I think we're going to see a different Erica this year, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And then we're moving right along. Dorit and no, not Dorit. Garcelle and Sutton they're planning a birthday party for Crystal. You what?
I like their friendship.
Who? Garcelle and Sutton? Yeah, I do too. I like them. I do too.
Nothing there. A filler scene.
Sutton goes to a matchmaker.
I mean, let me put it this way. Son is of a particular age. Son's boy is built, and am I body shaming? Maybe I am. Built like an anorexic little boy. Okay. This is true tea, people. Come for me. Bring it. It's facts. you have a particular age, you have money, and you're not that attractive. You're not high on the food chain when it comes to Beverly Hills. You are bottom of the pit. You must lower your standards because the type of men you want don't want you, boo boo. They want her, they want Erica lookalikes. And if you're that age in Beverly Hills, you need to look like Erica. Sad to say, that's what Beverly Hills is. Now, if you want to find a man that could possibly have money and be interested in you, something, you need to go to them those states where there's not that many women there and marry maybe a hillbilly or marry a man that is not that worldly and can probably just deal with somebody that look like you. Her standards are way too high for how she physically looks. And let's be truthful to ourselves, ladies. Your standards nowadays with social media and everything should match your looks. I'm sorry.
Okay, Sun does not look that bad. Sun looks good, but I do think, like Garcelle, she needs a revamp. She needs a makeover. And I don't think Garcelle needs a makeover. And I don't think Sun necessarily needs a makeover, but I think they need to be zhuzhed up. Like they need to bring out, like you on TV, you're trying to get a man. Like you got to bring out that sexy vibe. You got to bring out that, thing that's going to attract, and you just got to get that sexy back. And I just don't think that they have it.
And she said that. She said, oh, because I don't dress like a slut and wear my stuff. Number one, with her, she's awkward too. She went on a date one time. She had a sweater and she was telling the man all these crazy things about whatever issues, medical issues she have. She doesn't know how to date. She was dressed awkward. She doesn't dress attractive on the first date.
And that's what I'm saying. She has potential.
But her personality is also awkward. And what she's asking for is way too much. Oh, he has to be this. Yeah. Okay, fine. Height. It's easy. She's asking for a lot. She's asking for a lot. At this point, something, just date. And that's it. I mean, with her.
No, that's bad advice. No, just date. No, she wants what she wants. And I believe that you got to get what you want. My advice to Sun is to get a little makeover, bring out that sexy. She do need, I don't know what's going on with the bottom half of her legs. I don't know. But, we all got flaws. So I can't even say anything bad because that's, to me, it's a flaw. People may disagree with me, but sometimes you just got to work with what you got, what God gave you. So maybe she just needs to wear some, flared pants or something. And I do believe that she needs a makeover. Not a makeover, but she needs zhuzhing up. Like she needs to be, she needs more. And she needs to have that flair, that sexy, like when she walk in the room, she commands it. People know she's in the room. I believe that if she walk in the room, she kind of gets like swallowed up. And even when I did like that sweater she had on. She had like that green. It was like a fluorescent green. It was like a cable knit sweater. I love that sweater. And
but first date.
That's what I was gonna say. I like that sweater to come on a live, to go to work in. I would love a sweater like that. But like I said, she needs to know you can't wear that on a date. And when I saw her online, it just so happened I got a better view of the sweater that she had on in the show. She had it on Instagram and she posted the sweater in the sweater. And I was like, oh, girl. First of all, it was a belly sweater. The sweater came up to here on her. She had her belly out. And she said in the caption that, oh, witness, this is a beautiful sweater. And then she, tagged the person, I guess, giving them some, promotion. And she said this would be a great for going out on a date. No, girl, do not accentuate your flaws. You have to, point the eyes in another direction. We don't need to see your midsection. We do not need to see your legs. You need to accentuate your face because I think she's beautiful. So I just think she needs to bring that out a little bit more. Get a makeover, do things like that. Get a, somebody, a wardrobe person that, can make her over and get clothes that's fitting for her body type. That's my advice.
That I
as
do.
a stylist.
Something too, I feel like she's into that Beverly Hills skinny is what's in, and it just doesn't look good on her. Because when Erica had walked down the first episode, oh my God, you look like you're disappearing. She's like, I heard something in the background. I said, well, I wish I could disappear. And kept yeah, she said something like that. And I was like, I know that's not something about she wish she was skinnier than she is. I think with son, a little weight gain would be good because it'll fill her out a little bit more. I think with her, it's not that she's into that Beverly Hills look of being extra skinny, and some men do like it. I just feel like son needs a lot of work. She needs a lot of work.
A makeover in the face and a wardrobe stylist
and a personality change because she's very awkward.
Yeah.
She needs to build her self-esteem. She's very timid.
True.
All of that is a turn off from her, man. So she needs a lot of work. So I needs to take at least a year to work on herself and then start dating.
And that sounds nice for you.
Yes, it'll work because we both got men.
Yes, okay. So moving on, Garcelle starts crying and teary-eyed about her twins.
We spoke about Garcelle already.
Yeah, but you didn't feel a little bit bad? No. It was like a rude awakening. Like we talked about, like you said, bad communication with her kids. It shouldn't have been news to her. She should have known along the way. It seemed like a ton of bricks fell on her, but get some therapy again and moving right along. Dorit and Kyle, Kyle brings her to the hotel because Dorit's husband wants to surprise her with a Pretty Woman theme. He brought her to the Pretty Woman hotel. I don't know. Do you think that if your man did a whole Pretty Woman remake for your birthday, would you be flattered that he kind of like, Pretty Woman, she was basically a prostitute. So he wanted to do the whole remake and make his wife Dorit into the Pretty Woman. What did you think about that and the way Dorit was acting?
Now, Pretty Woman is actually one of my favorite movies.
Mine too.
However, not that movie I would want my husband to recap and try to recreate for me. Because again, in my head, now the scene I would want my husband to do, I'm not married, my boyfriend, would be the shopping scene. Give me your credit card, let me shop and act like I'm the Pretty Woman. But that whole scene, I just keep thinking prostitute, younger woman, older man. What is he trying to tell you?
Exactly. You trying to call me a prostitute?
When did you meet him? How did you meet him? If I was in that situation, even now, if my boyfriend was to recreate that, I would be like, oh no, it's not. I don't like the fact that she was a prostitute. And you're creating a scene of when I was a prostitute. You came and saved me and made me a pretty woman. But before I was a whore. Nah.
But rewinding back just a little bit, what did you think about the way Dorit was acting when Kyle brought her to the hotel to get the surprise from PK, her husband, when she was at the hotel and she wanted to kind of like lay out the surprise for Dorit? I just felt that Dorit was acting like obnoxious. That's why I feel like that whole scene with the robbery attempt and the gun allegedly to Dorit's head by the gunman that was trying to break in. I just believe she exaggerated, and I believe that I don't know. Like I said, forgive me if it is true. I just believe that Dorit is just exaggerating so much with the whole like, oh my God, where's my kids? Oh, PK is surprising me. Oh my God. And then she was like panicking about where are her kids when her husband's trying to surprise her. Your kids are good. Stop playing. Like, you just overreacting this whole robbery attempt and the PTSD from the robbery and the alleged gunman putting a gun to your head, and you talking about you don't know, you scared that your husband's trying to surprise you and you scared because you don't know where the kids are. Like, come on, you've been married to this man for how long? He done helped you birthed these kids with your husband. This is your husband, and you worried about where the kids are with him trying to surprise you, and you're panicking and having a meltdown.
Well, I'm not big on surprises.
Oh God, you was with that scene?
I'm not that big on surprises, but I think it showed me how much she doesn't trust her husband of being responsible. That's where I see it.
Oh my God, you ain't
No,
denial about this gunman too. You
no,
really
no.
think she got held up?
I feel with me, if I have a husband who I know is gonna fully cover all the bases to do the surprise, then fine. Which she said they always did big surprises for each other. But if I have a husband, I'm gonna be like, okay, he probably forgot. Oh my God, did the nanny, remember to pick up the kids? Did they take him to the basketball game? Did they remember to feed? I think she was overboard with it. But as a mother, if I had two young kids and my husband surprising me, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I was the one, because remember, she was gonna go for Kyle. As mothers that have two children, you're planning your whole day. You schedule stuff. I don't know how she is. That's how I am. I schedule stuff. Oh, I know I'm gonna go out with Kyle for 3 hours. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna pick up the kids from school. I'm gonna take them to eat. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now Kyle comes and pick you up, and you finally have a surprise. You're gonna be staying at this hotel. I wouldn't have panicked like her, but I know I would have called and be like, okay, not the husband, whoever's watching my kids. Okay, do you know there's basketball today? Make sure they do their homework. Is everything arranged for them as far as that? Because sometimes men drop the ball. Dorit was not focused on that. She was focused on the robbery and stuff. And if she is suffering from PTSD, no one could blame her. She was obnoxious. She didn't, oh, I'm a stylist. I know what to wear. I need bronzer or whatever crap she needed. Oh, I don't like that. She told Pika, I don't like people to dress me. That part I wouldn't have done, but I would be more concerned, is everything handled at home? Once I know that he took care of what he needed to take care of, if I had a nanny or my mom, whoever was taking care of the kids, then I would enjoy the moment. Because men do drop the ball. They'll plan everything, and then the kids are second thought. That's how I would have handled that.
I don't believe, I get it about the schedule, the soccer, baseball, basketball. I don't believe that they had some itinerary like that going on where they had a schedule. I just believe that she thought he done left them in the alley somewhere, the way she was acting. She wasn't asking about school and asking about was the homework done. She wanted to be sure that they was taken care of and somebody had them. I don't think she was worried about a schedule. I think she was overreacting for the camera and to,
which is stupid, because where did you leave them when you left with Kyle?
And then she brings up that she's even more triggered now because she went Christmas shopping with the kids, and was it three or was it two men? Oh yeah, three men dressed in black, or is that in my imagination? Was they dressed in black? Because it seemed like, okay, three men followed her after she done withdrew $10,000 in cash out of the bank. They followed her when she went Christmas shopping for the kids. She had her bag in the shopping cart. The three men followed behind her and stole the $10,000 out of the shopping cart. So now her PTSD is even more, it's flared up now. You still have sympathy?
No. Who takes out $10,000 to shop? What happens to credit cards and debit cards and Apple Pay and everything else? Who walks around with that type of cash anymore? Who even sometimes walks cash? A lot of people I know don't even walk around with cash anymore. They just use their cell phones and their credit cards.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking like because of PK, he filed for bankruptcy or something like that. So I don't know if they have credit cards now. Was it taken away?
The card you're using. The card.
That's what but maybe he hiding money. Maybe she got the money from the offshore account or something. So I don't know, but still, I don't believe three men. First of all, I need TMZ to get on this and figure out where's the footage. I need the footage of the three men that was following behind her and she apparently saw this on camera. The security, the closed caption camera in the toy store, wherever she was at. So it's on camera. Why did the producers throw this in the film? Throw this into the episode?
So she just left the cart and walked away, knowing she has $10,000 there. When she turned her back, they took it.
Yeah, and I guess they was on her heels following her throughout the store. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The way that she's like keeps talking about these things that's happening to her and her PTSD. That's why it brings me back to the whole being held at gunpoint. I don't know. My side eye is going off. My spidey senses is detecting. It's a lie.
I don't believe it. That's stupid. Next.
But getting back to
So I
Huh?
have $10,000 stolen from you. It should be stolen from you. $10,000, you just walk. Anyway, next.
Yeah, and you don't see men on your heels. While you in a toy store with your kids or even without your kids, and you got three men trailing you on your heels with the $10,000 in my bag. Let me tell you something. If I had $10,000 in my bag, that $10,000 is gonna be in a fanny pack, or it's gonna be glued to my body.
Or in your bra, like the whole back of
Yeah, I have it in a cart.
Shut up, Dorit. Next.
Yeah. So getting back to the PK and the whole thing. He took a shot at Kyle, even though she planned the whole thing. Did you see that part when he's doing the pretty woman whole thing and he says like Kyle wishes that Mauricio would do this for her? I wonder if that's going to be an issue during the reunion, and is she going to like?
Kyle's going to bring that up next.
Exactly. Dorit's going to want to extract an apology out. Kyle may want to extract an apology out of Dorit. So I don't know. Then they start discussing. He comes with the $5 million necklace. I was like, what? I didn't realize that until I started reading comments on the social media that it was borrowed. I thought like he really did give her a necklace that was $5 million.
Oh, it was borrowed? I guess it was
from what it said on social media. It was borrowed.
Was it the same necklace from Pretty Woman?
Yeah, it was like I don't know, but it was a $5 million necklace.
Oh, well. I don't understand. What was the point? I'm gonna put it on just to give it back, but I guess to just feel I have $5 million around my neck.
I wouldn't even want you to tease me in that kind of way. Didn't they do that in the last episode with the $5 million? Didn't somebody have earrings on? Somebody took.
Yeah, they were trying. They borrowed all these jewelry. Yeah, I don't understand what the borrowing.
I'm not that type of person. I'm not borrowing. I'm not the type. Maybe if I go to a gala somewhere, I want to look like. I can't afford like the $500,000 dress. I might borrow it, rent it, whatever. But don't come to my birthday, surprise me for anniversary, and putting me on a $5 million necklace that you didn't purchase for me, or give me a ring or something. Give me something that you purchased.
Yeah, something like that. Let's say you go into parks. I know there's rental stuff, and you want to wear an expensive dress, and you can't afford it. Renting, that's fine. But for me to have a dinner date with my husband, myself, just to put the necklace on it and take it off, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Next.
So Joanne says, right, Farrell, who walks around with $10,000 cash and then leave the pocketbook with the cash unattended in the shopping cart? That's insanity. The pocketbook would be sold to my body. Exactly. That's what I said.
In my weed. Snatch my weed.
Exactly. I don't even. Yeah. So. But that really wraps up the whole episode because we already discussed the whole tattoo situation with
That was it, really. They need to start spicing up. It's not that interesting so far.
Yeah, it's not. I guess they're gonna start talking about Kyle and her girlfriend and her new romantic interest. And I don't think with Mauricio it kind of hits the episode because they just kind of like, I think the season probably ended now, and now he's kind of like was caught with the Dancing with the Stars woman. So I don't even think that's going to even make the episode. So I don't know what else they're going to talk about for the rest of the episodes, except that they, having issues. I think that's what the whole season is going to be about, is Kyle and Mauricio having issues.
Exactly. So let's wait and see. So this is a wrap for episode 1 and 2 of Beverly Hills Housewives season 13. So stay tuned. We're back on doing our commentary, talking the tea. So wait and see our next video. Stay tuned.
And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and leave a comment down below. It helps the algorithm and pushes us out there. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Toodles.